Nothing makes you feel like you're getting old like being a console gamer in the modern age.
Oh, hell no, man. What the...
Because this is what it does, it appeals to like the male fantasy.
With my first console being the Gamecube, I've seen how disc-based systems have evolved, and with it, game companies like Nintendo have been able to utilize this new technology and add personality to their systems. By personality, I refer to the smaller details that many gamers may not acknowledge or appreciate, like the system's UI, menus, music, and icons. These are things that, in my opinion, are absent from modern consoles, including the Nintendo Switch. So today, I wanted to take a look back at the previous designs of Nintendo systems and reflect on what I took for granted. Hopefully, elements of these past systems return for the Switch too. Now, this first menu actually scared me as a kid. Starting with the GameCube menu, the system boots up with its iconic purple cube that forms the GameCube logo on the screen, then jumps into place to solidify the design. Once the system determines that either a disc is not in the system or it cannot read the disc, the GameCube logo begins to spin, and is then transformed into a transparent cube with the menu options on every side. The cube floats in an empty void while music plays that I can only describe as a hollow, serene sound. As a kid, sitting in a dark room with this floating cube on screen and the slow music playing, it was unsettling to say the least. I always thought that something would appear from the black void. As much as this was unnerving as a kid, it really shows how much Nintendo wanted to distance itself from the child-focused audience that their consoles and games attracted. They wanted a menu that was slick and futuristic in a way. And what better way to do that than to make everything a cube, of course. This was my first introduction to video game console menus, and things were ramping up for Nintendo's next console. Oh boy, talk about an upgrade. If the previous generation of consoles set the groundwork for great menus, then the Wii said hold my beer and see how the professionals do things. I mean, come on. The Wii separating each application into its own screen like a broadcasting studio and clicking on it plays a unique jingle, that made the Wii stand out from the competition in many ways. It wasn't just a game console, but an entertainment and media machine. News, weather, TV, you name it, the Wii had it. And before you say, but Logan, who cares about the news? I bought a Wii to play video games, you I would say, after regaining my composure from the profanity that you just spewed at me, that the news and weather applications were so interactable, they were their own games. Spinning the globe around and going through menus to see the weather and news was an entertaining experience. It was able to take boring information and wrap it into a unique and digestible package. I could talk on and on about how the Wii revolutionized the game scene with its special features, like a robust avatar creator or well-designed digital storefront with one of the best pieces of music Nintendo has ever created.
Yeah. You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love.
But then this video would be way too long. I'll just leave it by saying I really hope Nintendo does something similar to the Wii's menu in the future. Oh, what a mixed bag the Wii U was. A console that was simultaneously stuck in the past while also plagued with modern trends of the early 2000s. You know how every kid under the age of 12 is glued to a tablet or iPad? Well, Nintendo took that idea and threw a console together that forced the use of a controller with a huge screen in the middle, but also didn't really. It was one of those situations where nobody at Nintendo was confident in the gimmick, so at the end of the day, even though it was a selling point for the console, it was heavily underutilized. That is a video for another time. What I want to talk about is the perfection of the Wii U's menus. Like wrapping a warm blanket around you, the vibe of the Wii U is pure comfort. Each menu has its own unique music, and there are even different versions for the screen and the gamepad. Take a listen. This is the type of detail that I feel is missing from current consoles. You even get a happy jingle when you sign in on your birthday. I didn't even know that was a thing until I started researching for this video. The menus may have been a bit confusing to navigate and the load times are still unusually long, but I believe the Wii U has the best presentation of all Nintendo menus. Thanks for watching and until next time. Wait, what's that? You said I left one out? One of the best selling consoles of all time? Oh, wait. Now how could I forget the Switch? That would be like forgetting to add fun and stylish UI elements to a console. I mean, now who would do something like that? To be fair, I do like how streamlined the layout is for the Switch. Everything important is front and center, easily accessible at any time, and the load times bring the Wii U to shame. Well, more shame. But I feel like the Switch lacks soul. Where's the music, the motion, the color? There's nothing here other than your games and apps. I mean, for crying out loud, the Wii creator, which many people don't even realize is on the Switch, has no music. With the Switch being over 7 years old, I know most of this has been said by other creators, but with the recent announcement for the Switch 2, I hope Nintendo adds some flair to its menus and gives us something that is fun, surprising, and that screams Nintendo. Today we looked at Nintendo's designs when it comes to UI and menus of their consoles, and while I do feel like the time frame when these consoles were created shows the thought process of Nintendo at that time, either being cutting edge and heavily stylized to minimalist and easy to navigate, I do feel like when focusing more on functionality, Nintendo lost a bit of its magic when developing an amazing user experience. Here's hoping the Switch 2 gets a personality of its own. Thanks for watching, see you next time.